Steelworkers. Steelworkers, Mr. Speaker, are the backbone of our nation, and the product they make are the bones of our economy. You cannot have a modern economy without steel, and Canada's steel sector has been under attack by American tariffs and Canadian government taxes. The steel workers go to work every day, working in difficult conditions, and they bring home a paycheck for their families to raise their kids in the hopes that their children will have the same opportunity that they did. And the member for Edmonton-Griesbois could tell you all about that. His father worked at the Algoma plant in Sault Ste. Marie for 30 years. So for him, it was personal when he learned that 1/3 of those incredible workers would be losing their jobs. 1,000 families sat around dinner tables yesterday night wondering how they would pay their mortgages. Fathers had conversations with their children saying you won't be able to register for soccer or hockey for the next season. And mothers and fathers tossed and turned in their beds, wondering what their future looked like, whether they'd have to move. This is after the Prime Minister looked them in the eyes and promised that he would protect their jobs, said that he would negotiate a win with President Trump to end the tariffs, that there would be a deal by July 21st, last summer. He missed his self-imposed deadline. He said he'd be elbows up, and now he says, who cares? Well, those families care, and I want them to know that we Conservatives care about them. We want to fight for their jobs every day and every way. We want to know in an emergency debate, Mr. Speaker, why it is that this Prime Minister gave $400 million tax dollars, money that came from hardworking people who are struggling to pay for their groceries and their mortgages, without getting jobs guarantees, ripping off both taxpayers and workers. Another bait and switch by this Prime Minister. And on behalf of all those families, we want the answers to those questions. We want an end to the Prime Minister's liberal industrial carbon tax on steel production, which makes it impossible, even more difficult, I should say, for Canadian steelmakers to compete with their American counterparts. Trump's tariffs plus the liberal taxes are driving jobs south of this country. And that's why we as Conservatives are fighting back. We want to get a fair deal without tariffs with the Americans. We want an end to the industrial carbon tax. We want to make sure that $4 million results in job guarantees, because that's what taxpayers paid for. But to get any of that, we need a debate on the floor of this House of Commons to put forward the positive ideas, to protect paychecks, and to make sure that the vital industry of steel is strong here in this country. That is what we are fighting for. It is for the Canadian people who work hard to be able to have good jobs, that buy affordable homes and food in safe neighborhoods in a nation that puts Canada first. Thank you.